and that I loved him for who he was. The doctors had told him that his pancreas was barely functioning, and they were concerned that even with the dialysis treatment he wouldn't live much longer. He became depressed, and within a few days of getting this news he quit answering his phone. I contacted his mother, and she told me that someone had picked him up, and he had told her he was going to a friend's house. When she had went into his room, she realized he had not taken his insulin for his insulin pump. He also had not taken a jacket or any other of his medications. She was even more worried when I had told her he wasn't answering my phone calls. 6 days later I received a call from her, and when I saw her number come up on my cell phone I knew something had happened. My worst fears were confirmed. She had received a call from the coroner 1 state over from where he lived informing her he had been found deceased. She found out that his friend had called 911 for a diabetic emergency, but he refused to be transported. I believe that he was tired of living with his disease and just wanted it to be over. I was crushed and also angry at him for not letting me be there for him. About a month after his passing, I was lying in bed attempting to take a nap. I had a hooded sweatshirt on with the hood up. I couldn't stop thinking about him and hoping that he knew how much I loved him. I was laying on my right side looking over at the side of the bed that he would lie when we were in bed watching TV and where he slept. I remember closing my eyes and saying out loud, "I love you and I wish you were here." As I said it, I let my arm drop to his side of the bed with my hand open. We were hand holders and would hold hands in bed while watching TV. When my hand dropped onto the bed, I still had my eyes closed. All of a sudden I felt a hand in mine. I froze in fear, but I knew that I had to see with my own eyes in order to know that it wasn't just my imagination. As I opened my eyes, I saw his torso with no shirt, his tattoos and the belt he always wore. I was afraid of what was happening, but when I looked down and saw his hand in mine, I felt this overwhelming feeling of love. Without any thought, I did something else we would do. I pulled his hand towards my mouth to kiss it. I pulled his hand up, and right before it was close enough for me to kiss it, it slowly faded away. I rose up out of bed and he was gone. I lay back down and said aloud, "Thank you." I was so grateful for whatever force allowed me to hold his hand again. I lay back down and slept better than I had since he had passed. The more I thought about it, the more I believed that it had happened because he felt my deep need to see him and touch him again.